Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh, everyone. And today with me here is Mr. Shazwan Kamarul Zaman, uh, once a very good athlete back in his school days, especially regarding football, because we are talking on football culture. So, Mr. Shazwan, how are you?
I'm good, Alhamdulillah. Over here. How about you,
Okay,
Irfan?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very fine. Okay, so first question. Okay, we missed a bit of the interviewee's introduction, which is my fault, and I will explain his sporting history now. Mr. Shazwan Kamarul Zaman, 36, is an amateur semi-professional athlete who competes in football, badminton, volleyball, sepak takraw, tennis, and other track and field sports. Back in his school days, he was a right back for the Technical Institute Kuala Lumpur team, who played in the Technical Institute League. Throughout his university years, he maintained his position as a right back. He later joined the Unit 10 football team where he competed in the Liga Bola Sepak IPT, a league in which all public universities compete. Prior to his retirement, he also played in the M4 division, which is made up of amateur clubs and football organizations. Now, let's get back to the show. I have been meaning to ask, how old were you when your family, friends, or teachers first introduced you to football? And what was the medium? Was it word of mouth or through media?
Okay, looks like we are jump to the first question, right? There is
Yeah.
no something introducing. Okay. For me, it was since primary school, obviously, and I'll start with the leisure time and leisure activity during evening, with my friends and the neighborhood child.
So, but what was the medium though? Was it like, okay, because back then television wasn't mainstream. So, do you know football through newspapers?
No, no, I think as I mentioned just now, I'm knowing the football with my childhood and with my neighborhood child. So that's
Oh.
mean all my neighbor is playing together during the evening time, and then we just have a fun like that.
Oh, so basically it's a word of mouth lah. Like Shazwan, come, let's play football.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
can say like that. Yeah.
All right. So let's move on to the next question.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm,
Alright. Can you hear my voice?
yeah, clearly.
Alright. For the second question, I want to ask you: does football help you to become a better member of community? Like how does it help you to socializing with community and be better community like that?
Yeah, I would say yes. For me, football also can raise community understandings, as well as we have increased the level of relationship between others as well.
So the relationship between community become more stronger because of football.
Yes, one of the reason that I joined the football and with the community.
You will move to Rifan. Thanks for the answer.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so is football popular among your classmates or co-workers? Because before we did the interview, I have found out that you played a lot of sports, mainly handball, volleyball, badminton, and so on. So, and then why football? Is football for popular among your friends, or it's just simple?
Yes, of course, especially with men friends, right? So this is one of the popular games, popular sports in the world also. So yes, it is. It's very popular.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright. The next question. Um, do you gain friends because of football, or maybe when you play or watch football in stadium or anywhere, do you gain any friend?
Mhm. Yes, I will say yes, and I also have an experience on it because we are playing with a different team, we are playing with different league, and join a friendly as well, and we would be one of the reason that you can get the new friends as well in the new team. And also the main important is you get a new connection with your among your friends.
I see. Alright.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Shazwan. Let's move on to the fifth question. This fifth question, if you can give us a bit of insight on about football, it will be very nice. Okay, do you happen to see yourself as a different person when you play football? Perhaps you're not playing as Shazwan, but as a famous footballer. What position do you play? Who is your idol? So maybe you play as him.
Previously, I'm a defense right back, and but I don't think so to play with a famous footballer, because as a player we need to know our own limits, our own physical limits, own body, own mental, and we have to push until the last place. And then but in terms of improvements, we have to make a homework and how the expert did, and of course we learn from the expert. I mean the world champion, like Chelsea team
Hey.
played, how, like, okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So move to the next question. Do you think that you play football because it is ingrained and influenced by our society that boys are better off playing football than other type of sport like rugby, badminton? Like the football is like the what we call the first sport in our country.
Yeah, okay. Actually, the football itself, soccer, football is one of the famous sports in the world. I call it famous because it's with a low cost equipment. They don't have so much equipment to buy before we can play football, and part of the influence me to play football also is about the cost. We can play with a cheap shoes. We can play football with a cheap ball. No issue, no issue at all. And for me, yes, the boys within the community will better of playing football than other type of sport. Yeah. Because others sports require us to have some special technique, some special on the technical process. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, thank you. So let's move on to the next question. Okay, for the next question, I'm going to give a bit of insight on the question. Okay, recently there's a debate on Megan Rapinoe versus Messi, a female footballer versus a very famous a male footballer, and Megan Rapinoe stated that she deserves to be paid as much as Messi because of them playing the same sport. So my question is to you, because you have been playing even in leagues and everything. Do you believe that only a particular group of people of a particular gender or age is capable of playing football and optimize their performances in it at its very best? So, like, maybe, like, how old are you today?
Yeah. Oh, obviously. And football nowadays played by all group of people, with a different gender, different age, different level of skills, different level of physical capability. But I think that most important things is the interest of this sport itself. Whoever can play the football if they have some interest to put inside the self itself.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Okay, continue. Next question.
All right. The next question is, Mr. Chatwan, do you think that the football scene in Malaysia off pitch is heavily influenced by the English Premier League more than the Malaysian league itself?
You comparing the EPL, not comparing the J League or
Oh,
the same
no.
level of
We're being
No, no.
influenced by, you know.
Okay. Maybe for the past few years, I think yes. But currently, Malaysian football fan are very open-minded nowadays, and we are ready to accept the several league actually, which is different. We have a different attitude of league, different skills of management, and also on the football technical as well. Yeah, we now are open, not only focus on the EPL, English Premier League only.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, thank you. So next question. What team do you support in EPL?
Obviously, I just say it's a Chelsea.
Okay.
But maybe in the next season I'll be the fan of Newcastle.
Okay. Okay. So I have one question. Okay. So you're a fan of Chelsea. So Chelsea, its home stadium is in Stamford Bridge, in UK.
Yes.
So have
Yes.
you bought any official merchandise from Stamford Bridge? Have you been there? Have you watched a game
Yeah,
there?
I've been there in 2013, and of course, I bought the Chelsea lanyard, Chelsea jersey, Chelsea mark, and as a proof of my interest of football and the official merchandise. This is represent my what we call my supportive to my team. So, and for sure for my country, I also have merchandise from Harimau Malaya as well. Yeah, that's my first in my heart.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Alright.
last question.
When you say that you are a Chelsea fan, I am about to throw my shirt away.
You should.
Okay, for the last question. Do you believe that football culture bring people together or divide them as a result of its popularity? Like some of them is a genuine fan and some of them is like glory hunter.
Yeah, okay. The Glory Hunter, I believe, seems like fun. And then,
Hey.
okay, my answer is yes. Okay, this type of sports, which is specifically is a football, generally able to make people together. I think that one the main reason, and it can setting out from racism, as we can see now. And I believe the football culture will bring more positive attitude, positive in the good for community as well.
Okay, so but for the 10th question, I have one question about. Okay,
This
let's
is
say.
the bonus question, right?
Yeah, this is the bonus questions. Okay, so let's say if you in your co-workers, let's say they support Arsenal, and then there's Chelsea versus Arsenal, and imagine Chelsea actually lost one day. So would you go and fight? I mean, like when they banter for your team, would you go aggressive or would you just like brush it off?
No. If we go to aggressively to talk about that, it will be not good for us, right? So we have some limits, and to ensure also we can respect our co-workers team also. So that's not a good thing to
Okay.
practice.
So it's about respect and sportsmanship.
Yes, that's the main reason.
Okay, I believe
Would you like
that's.
to have some screenshot on the table, current table on EPL now?
The current table, alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, the current table
Current
is
table on
is
English
this
Premier
is
League.
this
See
is this Chelsea is
the
on
top
top, right?
team is the Chelsea.
You want to
Yeah.
show me something
Yeah.
kan?
Chelsea
I
is on
think I
top.
don't need to show.
This one ah?
Yeah.
It's okay.
See.
We're gonna
Okay.
we're gonna
Good.
jump. We're gonna jump. We're gonna jump. Alright, we're
We
gonna
are
jump.
2
Okay.
points behind.
Yeah, we're just 2 points behind.
By the end of the
Okay,
season, Newcastle gonna win the league anyway.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, so thank you, Mr. Shazwan, for the very concise answers. So I guess that's all for our
welcome.
interview with Mr. Shazwan Kamaruzzaman, and we will see you again next time. Thank you.